prediction as well, Kerix. So you are technically the analyst today. So tell me, who's going to win this one?
Well, I'm going to put it this way, and I've got time because, of course, I'm still going to be here on the cast, is that currently, Luxury's playing blind pick. This is just a blind pick comp for them. Maybe the Camille's not 100% ideal, but it's pretty damn good. If they lose this game, then they know for sure that they have absolutely no chance against GAM. They have no chance against GAM because GAM's going to win this game.
Yeah, there's not much you can say about that. I definitely agree with that.
GAM's just better. Like, it's just a team game. GAM has to really blunder a draft to lose to Luxury. And, okay, I think Luxury got a better draft, but it's not a blunder by any means.
So, we touched a little bit on some of the win conditions for Luxury in general. Maybe not so much against GAM, because GAM is just insanely good right now. But if you look at this team and want to talk about win conditions, I think you always have to go towards the top side and talk about the top side. And the top side is equipped with some very, not only volatile, but strong and scary champions as well. And I think Killer Queen Blazes, they need to be the ones running the show here for Luxury if they want to have any success in this game. And they do have a lot of CC between the two of them and a lot of playmaking. So if anything, I'm focused on Blazes and Killer Queen to maybe try and make this game as volatile as possible. So Levi is here for the first gank.
Yeah, Killer Queen's is coming in to respond, but he's still so far away. CBL does land a good hook. Levi now could be in trouble as the turnaround
Look at
is
Style.
That's a spooled up Jinx. They're desperately trying to get that first kill.
It's disaster!
Actually going to go on to center. Now B, very low, but not going to die. Vit will be going to the death realm, and Style gets the double.
It's a textbook approach for GAM. They've done this so many times. I actually forgot to show in the pause my video I prepared this week. Maybe for the long pause I can show it again. This is textbook GAM. They push level 2, they call Levi for an early gank, they go super aggressive in the early game. Usually Levi is actually there to counter gank. This time he was the first one in, and he dies for his sins. I mean, this champion is just a bullet in itself. It just explodes and then dies. But the bot lane still gets away with 2 kills, and both of them went over to Style, so he's insanely far ahead. He can overextend, and he has a red buff too. It's almost impossible to play against the Senna now for the side of Luxury. They don't have flashes, they don't have anything to fend for themselves, and B is getting tankier and tankier, so Senna can just step up and harass them for free, mine away with her souls. I'm very sad she didn't go for the first try, because that's even more gold, but honestly, with the 2 kills, she should be far enough ahead to get to big item power spikes, even without the extra gold. But yeah, look at this. They can position so insanely aggressively now. And once B picks up a few more CS and actually gets to like 1000, 1200, 300 HP, he can just basically head to tank everything he wants to. Nice hook from CBL though.
Hook lands. That's a really well done hook there. CBL, MVP of that play.
CBL, still great on the thresh. We talked about him in the last game, and he showed up with the setup on Carti in the mid game, in the early game, in the dives as well. So CBL is still here to play, and that's red buff back, transferred to Killer Queen. So he got his red buff back. He is losing in creeps right now, and B is tanky enough. This is one of the good things about the support, in quotation marks, Sion. He can just stay under tower for as long as he wants, because no one can ever dive him. And this is just 1 kill back to the side of Luxury, but this makes Style much less scary without the red buff and behind inexperience now.
I love how he played that. CBL, like, I just want to point out just a really minor mechanical thing that he did. He flashed in an angle that his model, he's looking dead at the Sion, right? You think he's going to throw the hook forward, but that's not how Thresh works. He throws it to the side. I love it. B is sitting there going, oh, he's throwing the hook at me, and as you said, who cares? Sion can take as many hooks as he wants. But it wasn't. It was going at Style, who didn't even try and dodge.
And the exact same criticism actually goes to B as well, or B and Style and their communication, because they try to both dodge. Instead, they should just have B tank the hook, and even if B dies, he gets to be the zombie farm that buys so much time for Senna. Ooh! Uh-oh, 3 pink wards.
Collapse. Blazers is here, moving in, has popped that ultimate as well. Vit arrives as well. They're in a dragon pit against a Jinx, but it doesn't matter when he gets killed by the Scion. Killer Queen going low as well. B charges forward in the zombie form. Blazers dashes over the wall, but a collapse goes wrong.
It's a double kill for Ari though, and the other double kill went to B. So even though the gold shows GAM being in the favor after this play, and they collected the dragon as well, it is a double kill early on for the scary Ari. So Blazes can now be the star of this game.
Did they get 2?
Yeah, she got another one on Scion in the end. He turned into a zombie, so that's a kill. Style, of course, tried his best to get away, but there's nothing for him to do. He doesn't have flash. He actually got a lot of damage and setup for his team, so once again, good center play. But Blazes gets another here, so 2 for 2 against Dragon. It is a positive play on paper for GAM, but as I said, now Blazes with a lot of agency in the game.
Oh, Cardi with a lovely backstep there to dodge the flame, but he can't dodge the death sentence, gets hit by the zap, but Flash is going to be good enough to get him out of there. Vit just didn't trust his support at all there.
No flash on the hook from Cardi. Could have cost him his life, but in the end it actually extends the play and gives the bot lane more time to attack the tower. That's very valuable. Not only are you getting the plate gold, you're also getting free money for style on a support item. So that is a good outcome for GAM. Once again, 800 gold ahead, not too far ahead. And they seem to have swapped for... Wow.
That's a kill on Vit. Scion comes charging in. CBL has to flash. Worth pointing out that it was just a champion select thing, because Levi did just get the flash knockup.
Yeah, exactly. So, good to see that Levi actually is still relatively sane, at least for VCS jungler. Relatively. And look at his damage, by the way. This is also why she's such a strong champion in the early game. Rek'Sai just one-shots you. There was nothing really coming from Kartik because he had no mana, and Kiaya...
We've exited a replay. That means you need to stop talking because Kiaya's been taken down on the top side. Blazers threatening towards Style, but doesn't find him.
Oh man, it's full chaos across the whole rift. Both teams wanted
Luxury, baby.
I think both teams actually wanted to swap for the Herald, but now with this kill in top lane, there's GAM is not confident enough to have their bot lane stay on top side. Instead, Senna actually recalled and is now going towards mid lane. So still in proximity to this first objective, Carty swapped into bot lane. We see many creative swaps, and of course with GAM's composition not really relying on the ADC farming, you can swap the other champions around a little bit more freely than you usually can. So this also gives them another way to bolster up the mid lane, which gives you an easier way into the jungle and into the river. So I like to see the strategy. But now Carty, oh, he's quite overextended. He does have mana this time. He might just be in ult range.
Yeah, he rips out the orbs, but it's not enough. Vit is able to reposition, and now there's all of Luxury.
Oh!
Down. There's a set. Oh, the center ult kills the Jinx your way. Oh, and now even they kill Cardi, but it's not really worth it.
And now once again, tempo advantage for GAM. They already move into the tower, but Laze is strong enough to defend. They have another push in topside, and Levi does have the Herald, so this could backfire horribly for Luxury. Your 1-for-1 trade is not good enough in bot lane. And they will get the whole tower in top lane. So once again, GAM quicker on the map, quicker on the rotation. It's beautifully played for GAM. And Luxury, you can't really fault them too much. They went for a good play. It just backfires a little bit. And in the end, GAM is faster. Their brains are just working a little bit better. And their rotation reads are beautiful.
Yeah, Vit just thinks he takes all this initial damage and then just doesn't realize that there's a center ult coming, I guess. It is hard to dodge. Yeah, he tries. Yeah, he can't really do anything about that.
Yeah, it doesn't have flash.
So, yeah, that wasn't his fault, just unlucky.
This concept GAM is going for here is one I think we need to talk about. Maybe I'm going to focus on this in my next video. It's playing aggressively on the weak side, which is risky because you basically expose yourself to dying instantly, because if someone comes you die instantly, but if it succeeds like you did here, you trade 1-for-1 while also already setting up a play on the other side. So you basically hard win both sides of the matchup, because 1-for-1 is more than you ever expect to get on the weak side. So this is what GAM tried to do from the setup. Kati was sure he was going to die, but he thought he might have the damage to 1v1-for-1. So it's a new way of playing with weak side, or maybe not a new way, but a way we see more and more incorporated, especially when the champs have some global abilities like the Senna here. And GAM just reading the game perfectly. It's another fight. Oh, Levi.
He goes very low. He goes down to Killer Queen. The hook from CBL doesn't connect, but this makes Luxury incredibly favored around this dragon. As Blazers moves forward, lands another charm. Lovely stuff. Killer Queen going very deep. Manages to live for now at least. Star with a W, but GAM have to back off.
Huge fight for Luxury. They're back in the game. They're going to pick up the dragon. Snowball is halted. GAM is not able to accelerate the game as quickly as they usually do, and they're behind in kills. So Luxury is actually here to play. 12 minutes into the game. The gold is still in favor of GAM, and they still have split pushing pressure on the top side. The Star dice. That's another kill to Blazers. They need to be careful. GAM is playing with fire here.
And I hope we get a replay here, because I want to point out that Levi got Rek'Side in that play. Well, I'll point it out in the replay, because now we have a bit of a fight coming down here. It is Levi back again. He wants some revenge. Uses the ultimate. It's going to pop out. No, never mind. Did not use the ultimate. I tell a lie, but he gets that first kill. Yeah,
and this composition for GAM is so volatile, because Levi basically, it's like Kart in the last game. When he goes in, he dies. And if he gets caught, like he did in the dragon fight, he is full damage. He does not have anything to fend for himself. He doesn't have a stopwatch, he doesn't have a GA. Maybe later on he might be able.
Oh no. Okay, we're not getting a replay of the dragon fight. I'm upset.
Hopefully a little bit later. Blazes, this was just a very clean catch, and Blazes was accelerated earlier, so maybe GAM forgot about him, but yeah, Blazes is the star of the show for Luxury, and you can see he has so much pressure with his early items. 4-0. Ooh, good snipe.
Ooh, close. GAM is answering it well, though. Cardi absorbing some pressure, does get them more gold onto Style.
Levi.
Kraken Slayer. Levi should be able to surf over the wall. Does well, dodging the charm from Blazers.
And one huge issue now for the side of Luxury is ADC itemization. Style is so far ahead. He already has more range than Jinx in most cases, but now he also has a Kraken Slayer, while his support is ahead in items naturally, because he's the one farming, so they are in a really big hole in terms of itemization in the bot lane. When Senna is ahead of the enemy ADC in items, you're in for a really bad time, because obviously your support is sitting on more items than the enemy support. In this case, CBL has nothing. He's just playing with his normal abilities. His items do nothing for him. So Luxury wants to fight away from the bot lane around Blazes and try to catch Levi again, because if you catch Levi, his items don't matter. Speaking of catching people, Style playing with a lot of fire there.
Choo-choo!
Okay, Style!
The train misses the station. Style flashes forward. They want to make this happen. They get onto Fit, but he's got flash. The Rek'Side dives out of the earth onto CBL. This guys, come on.
What happened?
No. They both tried to give each other the kill.
Oh, Style cancelled the auto attack. I feel you. It's so easy to do on Senna, but he had the killing blow on the auto attack there. Just needed to stick to it. And in the end, they squandered.
Queen. Well, they got Killer Queen.
Yep. Not much to say there. It's just both solo laners catching the enemy enemy jungler. Not a huge surprise when you've seen any games of Killer Queen this split. He is constantly in the enemy jungle. Most of the time he applies a lot of pressure for his team, but sometimes he just dies for free, as is the case here. And that's a kill back to Kiaya, who was set a little bit behind. So that's very nice for Kiaya. Should be able to just stay in top lane. Speaking of staying in top lane, Blazers is here.
Yeah, he's in some trouble. There is a Senna ult to give him a shield. Blazers.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, the Senna old man. Style is putting in so much work this game. It's much better than the first game. This is a really good Senna performance so far. He's very far ahead, and that was another kill over to him. A perfect ultimate under tower, and Luxury is losing more and more gold. They're now 4k behind. Blaze is not on the map. They can't really counterplay. GAM using every opportunity, every second they can find to chip damage onto the towers, and they're going down rather quickly. So GAM is going to be in a huge map advantage. Yeah, it's just Senna
buys
ult.
so much time.
Senna ult hitting both
yep.
of them and giving the shield. So the perfect outcome, really. Stacking too close together under tower against the Senna Graves. Graves also with the AoE damage, of course, wants both of them to be in the same position. Oh.
Well, Cardi has been found. Cardi has been taken down. Luxury definitely keeping this one a lot closer than game one. Our predictions of an angry GAM not quite coming true.
Well, GAM's composition doesn't really...
still very online.
Yeah, to be fair to GAM, their composition doesn't really offer that much snowball potential apart from Levi just going 1v5. But the enemy team has good players, so Levi doesn't have to be a little bit more careful. He's 2-2 right now. Top lane is just a farm lane. Mid lane is actually very far behind after the dragon fight, so it makes sense for this game to be closer. I think in a macro sense, GAM has still played a very clean and good game where they've moved around there with solo laners, their bot laner into the mid lane in time to pressure the towers. They've always been ahead of Luxury in rotations and around objectives. Not at this dragon though, so surprisingly Luxury off to a dragon lead and maybe win condition on the far horizon. Stacking a Hextech Soul could be something to get them the win here.
So far away though. Style moves up. Vit is spooled up with the lethal tempo. They're outnumbered. Doesn't want to actually step forward. Herald summoned up in the mid lane will crack this one open. GAM gets more and more map control.
Nice. The charge doesn't go off, so it's still full HP. Oh, but many Luxury members.
Kind of just means you didn't get anything.
Yeah.
But oh well. No, nothing really to write home about.
You got what you came for in the end, right? So it looks bad because the charge doesn't actually go off, but you zoned away the enemies because they thought the charge would come in. So in the end, you still kind of got what the Herald was supposed to do. Yeah, you lasted the tower itself, but who cares? It doesn't really matter in the end. So GAM now opening up the whole map, 3k gold ahead, behind in dragons. This game might actually be quite close. The solo lane situation is pretty contested right now. We have 2 items finished for Kiai. He actually went for the split push build, which means he's a little bit less effective in team fights, while Kota is going full team fight mode. So I'd actually say Luxury has a chance in team fights. Now the big problem is still the Jinx being super far behind, and Blazes needs to get away, but he's super mobile.
Does it well. Yeah, that Spirit Rush is pretty good to get out of there. Is B trying to just hold the wave here in... Oh, he's just going to go for the solo kill. If this happens, no way. Okay, the Lantern's pretty good. There is a center ult. There's a lot of fairly long cooldown ultimates being used. You're never going to catch them, right? Surely.
But there's nothing really to get on the map, so I don't hate it too much, especially because they can't respond to the mid lane push, and GAM, as always, has already set up the mid lane push, so Vid has to go to base. He needs a few seconds to not respawn, but get back onto the map. And that's more chip damage. So GAM is really just... Oh no, but this should not happen, Carti.
Hooked. Tagged. Does go away into the center circle. The Lee Sin dives forward. It's going to be a 1-for-1.
Vid is back. He's still very far behind in items, but if he gets excited, if he gets a good shutdown, he might pop off here. GAM in the end win the situation once again. It's very close, but all of these just incrementally grow the advantage GAM has over the stranglehold on this game. Senna is getting stronger and stronger, Cyan is getting stronger and stronger, and you still have to somehow deal with this insanely strong team fighting setup later on in the game. Already saw Killer Queen is not the greatest champion at locking down the Senna later on. You can potentially get on top of her, of course, because Killer Queen's Lisa mechanics are insane, but you have to get through Carti's and Levi's peel later on. Style, what are you doing?
Blazes!
Ooh.
I mean, it's interesting because Style flashed, it was a good flash, but he almost didn't need to because Blazes hit a minion.
True.
The charm hit a minion.
You never want to risk it because you insta-die if you get hit.
Of course not. No. Of course not. Good flash by Style. But I'm more saying Blazers, my man. Calm. Don't let Killer Queen tell you what to do.
Yeah, probably not in the last few weeks. Killer Queen has been a little too aggressive for sure, but yeah, Blazes, he started 4-0, now he really needs to find another kill because he's slowly falling off. We saw how Ari in the late game, even after rework, can still struggle quite a bit. The G2 against Misfits game comes to mind. If you haven't seen that one, go back and watch that ridiculous comeback. But that was an Ari for Caps. He was insanely far ahead and then didn't do anything.
G2 was down. G2 was up 13k gold at 16 minutes. There couldn't have been a comeback.
Exactly. The game has slowed down a bit. We are almost at 1 kill per minute after we were almost at 2 late on. So both teams just putting a little bit more thought into their positioning and maybe a little bit more HP to work with as well to not get one shot instantly. But we are entering the territory of the mid and later stages of the games where Baron is gonna spawn, 30 seconds to Dragon, and Luxury actually with good map positioning first to the bot side of the map. It looks almost like GAM is going to give up this next Dragon, which could be dangerous. You never want to give Soul Point over to the enemy team.
It's true, particularly Hextech Soul. Powerful effect, particularly when a Jinx can apply it from range. But GAM do have full control of this bottom side.
GAM actually had enough time to set up the Kiaya split push. This is very close. If Luxury overextends, invests too much, GAM might just opt into getting all the inner turrets. Oh, Levi's in the pit. What is Levi doing over there?
He's okay. He's got so many towers, but he does get charmed up. He's trying to do everything he can to buy time. He goes gold. If he steals this, it would be absolutely magical, but they can't. But that's a center ult across onto 3. Killer Queen gets the smite on the dragon, but that's all he will get. Now they collapse onto the teleport. The Hextech ultimatum cannot be answered as Coda just has to leave. GAM pick up 3 kills.
And that's such a ridiculous stall from Levi. He's one of the squishiest champions in the game, but with his ultimate invincible frames and then stopwatch, he's able to buy enough time for GAM to collapse. I thought he was just inting, but in the end it actually works out for them. They do lose the dragon, and if they lose the Baron here, Luxury has a clear path to victory. And they don't have a jungler. They need to be super careful. Killer Queen does have smite.
This is all you, mate. He does, and I don't know if they've got any kind of burst that can beat Lee Sin with Smite. They're just going to go over, but it's a Lee Sin. You really can't stop him getting into the pit.
Levi's here, Levi's here.
You can't do this. Levi has arrived. This is going to come down to a 50-50 away.
I
am so anticipating. Senna has gone down. There it is. And it's secured by the Scion of all people. Killer Queen gets back out of the pit. Blazers is surfing in and out, over the wall, out of the wall. And it is going to be an Ari pop-up as he's doing so well. Gamma being hunted down as Luxury find them everywhere. This is a collapse by GAM. They've only got 1 Baron buff remaining. And he is locked in the hexagon. As he goes back, he won't even kill Coded. Luxury fire back.
Complete disaster for GAM. What a lapse in judgment. You can't go for this Baron. They had to stall for such a long time because they knew the threat of the smite still was there. And then they stalled for too long because Style was completely lost in positioning inside the Baron pit, insta-dead. Because Blazes found a good opening on him. Look at Style here. Take a look at Style's positioning into the Baron pit. I think he gets too scared. But why is he moving up this far? He wanted the pink ward.
He was hitting a ward.
He's not the one to get the pink ward. Beautifully done from Blazes as well to spot out this opportunity, and then it's an easy fight because all the gold is on Style. And Kiaya is not equipped to team fight to be the substitutionary ADC. He went for the split push build, which so far has paid dividends, but it's not good in this situation. And now, of course, it's just some Cho'Gath ults. We don't see the actual Cho'Gath, but at least we get to see his ultimate from Kota deployed here on the Camille in top lane. 18-15 in kills, still behind in gold, but on Hextech Soul Point. And suddenly the game has gotten much more interesting.
And they've killed the Graves.
GAM is collapsing. GAM is actually GAM is completely collapsing. And the front of our eyes, I think they might even be a little bit tilted. They look tilted to me.
And they're not backing. They've only just started their backs. They lose an inhib tower here.
Okay, they're trying.
They cancel the backs your way.
Yeah, they're trying to race. They're trying to race. They're trying to race. Killer Queen die.
I don't think they ever win the race, though. What?
Oh, and that's another kill. Oh, now this actually makes finishing the game possible, potentially. No, Beast here. B can buy so much time.
He arrives. They're using a lot of CC on him, but he actually is just going down. He has the zombie form, of course, but with the rest of GAM now arriving, Luxury should just evacuate. In the end, the race doesn't amount to anything. They were going to get the inhib anyway. But yeah, I think GAM are rattled.
GAM completely confused. They're lost on the map, completely lost in thought. I'm not sure what's going on, but they do have another opportunity to stop the Dragon Snowball. In 1.5 minutes it's going to come up. Not really replay to talk about, it's just a good collapse, good CC setup to one-shot Kiaya. Kiaya should have probably seen that coming. Kiaya can also just stay in bot lane forever. Losing the inhibitor is not too big of a deal, because Kiaya has teleport available. Shouldn't be too hard to play around. Also bot side. Losing bot side inhibitor when the dragon is the objective to focus on is actually really not too bad, because you can just push bot lane naturally and then move over to the dragon. But it's there in 45 seconds, and we might see another game taken away from GAM in just 40 seconds when Luxury secures Hextech Soul.
It is a game we could have said was over, but no. Luxury, okay, Levi, he's getting caught. Levi's gonna go down with 20 seconds before the dragon. This is a disaster.
Beautiful collapse for Luxury. They do not want to go for the flip. They want to take matters into their own hands.
Win the game.
Will they go for the win here? It seems like they want to use the opportunity.
Risky.
It is risky indeed. Senna under Nexus Towers is really, really strong, and we can see they land some good poke on Vit. I think they should just go for the safe play. They killed Levi, so just take the soul. Make the rest of the game easier for yourself. Ooh, Killer Queen!
Oh, Killer Queen! They don't actually kill him, though. He manages to survive on a sliver of health, and the Scion charges in, breaking the world, and it's all about style. You have to watch this
style
with an eagle eye. Blazers moving in. One more attack should do it. The Jinx has fallen. The Ari follows. Luxury went one bridge too far your way, and this is a disaster. We thought they had flipped it and brought the game back from the brink, but no, they fall. Poden will be joining them in hell. Never mind, he manages to get away, but Killer Queen is damned. And the dragon will be GAM's, and the game shall continue.
Oh, Luxury, they could see the victory in their eyes, but it was the wrong decision to take. Just go to the dragon. You set up everything to go for the dragon. It was beautifully done. Just go into the enemy side of the map, catch the enemy jungler. That's the best target possible. Kill him, go to the soul, get the soul for free. You will win all the team fights with the soul, hopefully, because you should. There was no need to do this, and they're just playing against this composition in a choke. Look at Stahl, he has so much protection, so much front lining for him. And yeah, he almost dies to Blazes, but in the end he does have the consistent damage to kill him with another crit here, with another big hit. Here on the other side, everyone is just chasing down. But Kiaya is dead again. So now the Baron possibility in 20 seconds. Kiaya does not have teleport, so that should be free for Luxury. Don't overextend into the enemy base again. Just take the free objective, please.
Away. Is this the most rattled we've ever seen GAM?
They do.
Or at least for at least this split.
They do not look confident in this game. They do still have a super strong team fighting setup. They should just rely on style to carry them. Set up style for success. It's past Levi's prime on this champion. You don't play around the Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai is just there to cause a little bit of chaos, to maybe annoy Vit a little bit, put a little bit of pressure on him, maybe get his flash.
Hang on, your way. We have a potential steal.
Nope.
Levi spots, but no, he doesn't go in.
Nicely done. This time they secure the objective. And now even gold. One dragon away still from the soul. What happened here? Blazers with a nice TP on Style. They actually caught Style and insta-killed him once again. We kind of missed that. I'm sorry about that. We saw Kiaya dying after the replay, so I thought it was just Kiaya, but Style was dead too. So it was even easier for them to control the map into Baron. Now the next dragon is in 3 minutes. Are they going to do anything with this Baron? Their siege is decent with Jinx, but they need to be careful not to overextend trying to siege for the towers, especially when the dragon ticks closer to actually spawning. Right now they have a little bit of time to work with. I don't really think Luxury is too keen on trying to flip everything on the Baron push. But they should be able to get at least the outer tower in the top lane. Because, yeah, that's nice little gold induction for anyone you want to give it to. So that should be their prime objective now for the next 2 minutes. And then move into Dragon in time to actually set up good vision and good battle lines there.
And I feel like this Rek'Sai, it's coming back to bite them. This is something they picked in, I think, SEA games, and Hunke said that when they picked it, they had literally never scrimmed it. It's looking like maybe they still haven't, as this has not been a fantastic performance out of Levi, and I feel like GAM is so used to Levi being on champions that always have an impact. He's the captain, he's the big dog, and now he's on a Rek'Sai at 30 minutes. It's not a great champion at this point. As you said, it's well past his prime. And GAM's got to adapt to that.
Yeah, and they did play around the strength of Rek'Sai early on in the game. Remember the very first gank in the bot lane? They set up style for success, double kill for him. But Rek'Sai really is just there to cause a little bit of chaos, to buy time, maybe try and reposition the enemy carries, especially Vit, but he is not here to carry the game. It's on Style, it's on Kiaya and Kati with a little bit of CC, but mostly Style when it comes to DPS, and Style went for a more defensive build. Yeah, you can see he's actually trying to pick up a CS, but his own support item is cutting short the gold income he's going to get from the CS. We want to see his soul count. He's probably close to 100, so he should be in a good position to carry. If he gets to 140, 160 even, then the game should be over, because he has so much such a huge front line.
Party goes gold. Both mid laners
Look
turning
at B.
into statues for just a moment, but now they're moving in. They want to get blazes, and they do. They lose an inhib for it, so now it's Vit and Coded on the other side of the map. They blow up Kiaya. GAM, you can't lose your base. You can't get too hyphy. But that is 45 seconds without the main carry of Luxury.
They do have their jungler alive though, and they still have pressure from all the minions pouring into the base, so they might still be able to set up the dragon here. Kati does have TP, so he will be the one to clear the wave and then TP into the dragon pit if they want to contest. Let's see what GAM chooses to do. They kind of have to. Hextech Soul on Jinx is really, really scary. Also on Ari. Going in and slowing with everything she does, so I think you kind of have to contest this one. It's scary. Levi and Style walking together. B here to face check.
Yeah, but he's a brick wall your way as he takes a few scratches.
Kiaya SCP, by the way.
The dragon has started.
Blaze SCPing into mid lane. Kiaya SCP in 1 second too. This is a full-on brawl, but the dragon's going down.
Yeah, this is... Game is being decided on this fight, very possibly, but the Hextech ult is secured. GAM just have to walk away, tail between their legs.
Now they're on the back foot completely. Their inhibitor is down in bot lane, the Hextech Soul is secured for Luxury. But the question is, how does Luxury conduct themselves with this huge advantage now? Vit is finally in the late game stage as well. He can be a carry to be relied upon, even at 2 and 7. It doesn't matter what your score is, your items still say you can carry, so you can carry. He just picked up a 4th item, another attack speed item, not my favorite, but still able to dish out the damage with 80% crit. He doesn't have any penetration, and Jinx is not the greatest champion at dealing with tanks, so B can stall forever against this Jinx. This might come back to bite them, because he didn't go for any penetration, so keep your eyes on B against Vit in the team fights, but overall Luxury still brings so much damage. Today has a 4-item Camille from the top lane, there's also a almost 4-item Killer Queen, and 4.5 item Blazes.
How does Style play this game, in truth?
He stays very far back.
This is so hard to play on the set. He's only at 107 souls your way. I feel like that's not enough in a game with this many kills.
I agree, it's surprisingly low. And we saw him, in my opinion, taking too many CS, especially with the support item punishment. We've seen so many times only getting 30 money, or 30 gold, I should say, money, for the big minion.
30 money.
30 money.
Oh, Killer Queen getting chunked, but they get the tower. The base breaks once again, but
Look at Blazers! Look at Blazers!
He gets to knock up Blazers on the side, going in onto Style. He goes low, but he still has the GA active, has the E as well.
Look at Kota to see as well.
Can they take down Blazers? They can. That's huge. The Kota used the ult onto Kiaya. I feel like that's just a mistake. They need it for the center who goes into the GA. Kota gets up. Can he kill the center? He cannot. The rest of the fight is going well for GAM as moving forward is that the Jinx has scaled your way. Kiaya, this is your moment. You need to be a hero on the Graves. Levi goes into the GA. Everyone is living so many times, but GAM are coming out on top.
How? How did GAM win this team fight? It's absolutely ridiculous. Everyone completely losing their minds in this team fight in Coated. Why did Coated not turn on Style earlier? He was so concerned with Kiaya for some I don't understand. He just stayed on Kiaya forever instead of turning to Style, even though Blazers was setting up on Style, and this should be a Baron for GAM. It doesn't really do anything for either side, because the Baron is really inconsequential, gives you more stats. And look at Style. Style just picked up another item. He sold his support. No, he didn't. He sold his GA, of course, to go for a different defensive item. So now Blazers might not be able to threaten a one-shot anymore, even though he has...
Whoa. This is a big play here out of Blazers. He doesn't steal it, though.
Why did he do that in Kota to see as well? If they catch Kota, the game's over. No, Kota gets away. For now, they do have Baron and Blazers. 50-second cooldown shouldn't actually do too much.
I actually like the attempt from Blazers, because I feel if he steals the Baron and, like, kills Levi, Luxury could push in and just kind of win. But him dying, what's going to happen in the next 30 seconds? Really?
Yeah, that's a fair shout. I actually didn't look at the timer for the dragon. I was a little bit concerned that the dragon... So many souls, please pick them up. I was kind of concerned that the dragon would spawn in time, but now this death really didn't do anything. It's another shutdown, though. And look at the items coming in. At this point, even though Levi on... the Rexar isn't the greatest late game champion. He has so much damage, he can still threaten a one-shot kill. So yeah, he's going to go down. It's a one-way trip for Levi, but maybe the one-way trip is enough to kill Vit or Blazers or even Killer Queen. So you still have to be careful about this champion and Style. Every minute he's going to pick up more souls. He's probably on 120 now. Not the greatest game in terms of being aware of where the souls spawn. He just missed 4 on the camp in bot side, on the Kruk camp. But he's still getting there. The longer the game goes, the stronger the Senna gets. And she should also be close to actually exchanging her support item to a full-blown AD carry item as well. Maybe a little bit of penetration. Maybe even the Edge of Night. I would really like to see. So to be a little bit safer against Blazers, against CBL, against any rogue CC spell.
Very true. Coated has a huge responsibility in these fights. He can't make the mistake of over-prioritizing Kiaya again. He needs to be blowing up the center. Needs to detonate the enemy AD carry. Killer Queen.
And he can.
He's just going to stand there for 40 seconds.
Killer
and
Queen.
Hope his team can clear.
Killer Queen with the old Ephraim move, but GAM just ignores him and goes in.
I don't know if they read it or they just don't care as Levi comes out of the ground trying to get onto Ari, who goes gold. But Party gets charmed. It's a 1-for-1, though. That's a good trade.
Style, what?
As they pick up the kill onto Bet Style.
What did you do?
He does manage to get another kill. But now Killer Queen, he's got to contend with 2. Levi low. B is a big brick wall of meat. Can he crest the Great Wall of GAM?
Wait, it's over.
Doesn't look... Oh, he hits the kill. He kills the jungle. Kiaya comes in with a TP on incredibly low health. It's Killer Queen for all the marbles your way against Baroned up minions, a Hull Breaker, and a Scion. Can he do it? I don't think so. He gets taken down. Kiaya gets the credit, and GAM win the game. They win the series. But oh my word, that might have been the best game of League of Legends I've ever watched.